Words are almost never explicit anyways. Numbers are not explicit unless it's whole numbers, but most things are real numbers that hold numbers with infinitely many digits to, like the measurement of a door or pi or natural log e. So nuances of great mathematicians can bring peace to the world, but this is a world where people don't want peace. They're greedy, and it's going to get them killed. And the sins of Pandora's box probably is the reason why, irregardless of whether you believe in God or not, a lot of people are going to go down, and it's finally karma, because you almost never see karma. In some very rare cases, because again, when you have leadership, you have the evil double standard. Every day is opposite day. It's just nuts. Most people on welfare food stamps are mentally or physically ill. Most people on Social Security, nothing wrong with them all. It's supposed to be the other way around in terms of how you qualify for those benefits. Orange County, California, where I come from, it's like high rent district, not that much crime or not that many troublemakers, but more cops and thieves that are people. LA and Linton Empire the other way around. Men of peace like Gandhi, I mentioned him. The two dead Kennedys, one of my favorite groups. Martin Luther King Jr., men of peace, they get killed, but people who commit genocide like Joseph Stalin or George W. Bush, why is it that they go unscathed? Is that really the world you want to live in, where these sociopaths do evil things? Not always their fault. Sociopaths don't really know what they're doing. It's a Christian thing to forgive, but it's like you better do something about the problem, because this is unacceptable. Unless you have a permanent revolution. It doesn't have to be violent like the American, French, or Russian Revolution. The Reagan Revolution was relatively peaceful, and there's the need to go back to that. Don't pay taxes. Just shut your stupid mouth. It's not a crime. Tax fraud, tax evasion is a crime. Report all your income. Send in the forms. Don't give the government any money. Buy insurance from legaltaxrevolt.com. I don't insure tax fraud, tax evasion, but tax debts. Combined with the fact I got approved by Debt, crazy enough, I have to figure out how their affiliate program works, where you will get, if you're lucky enough to get audited, you get bankruptcy, and maybe, if you're lucky enough to lose money, you'll win the lottery at legaltaxrevolt.com, and of course, anarchyforever.com. I also have an anti-charity insurance policy, if you will, against any kind of tax audit where you lose money through penalties and interest, and you have to verify through screenshots, witnesses, and based on preponderance of the evidence of other people in the forum who do the same thing, that where you are your own claims adjuster as a person who's basically a recipient of the insurance policy. Yep, we judge each other, and you get paid to judge each other based on preponderance of the evidence. You don't get all the money necessarily unless the only person gets a 100% score based on a rating system and a voting system and keywords where people say, well, this is legit and this is not for the following reasons, screenshots and everything else. The preponderance of the evidence, the nuances of gray again, is the thing that brings peace to the world. No more black and white thinking. Otherwise, it gets totally out of control for obvious reasons. So what I'm going to do, let's go to a music break. And I did promise to talk about being self-employed, but learn how to not pay taxes so you have a competitive advantage. And then if you want to call in, because I'm set right now with Skype, if you want to call in, cable's working. And if you do, I'd love to hear your situation, because again, when you're self-employed, you do what you want to do, tie it into keywords that are trending upward, high demand, no competition. Because believe it or not, there's always a related keyword, even if you think you're, let's say, in a too competitive field. It'll be kind of like what we are here right now, just a bunch of broadcasters, with our podcasts listening to each other, give out the news and sell advertising, something not even related to what we really want to do, and learn to adapt, improvise, and overcome the changing markets. So we'll play some David Bowie, and I'll be back right after this.
China girl, I feel a wreck without my little China girl. I hear her heart beating loud as thunder, so the stars crashing. I'm a mess without my little China girl. Wake up in the morning with my little China when I look at my China girl. I could pretend nothing really meant too much when I look at my China girl.
Town, just like a sacred cow. Visions of swastikas in my head, plans for everyone. It's in the way of my eyes.
My little China girl, you shouldn't mess with me. I'll ruin everything you are. You know, I'll give you television, I'll give you eyes of blue,
I'll give you a man who wants to rule the world.
and when I get excited, my little China girl says, oh baby, just you shut your mouth. She says, she says, she says, she says.
Walking through forests of palm tree and parchments, scoffed at the monkeys who lived in their dark tents. Down by the water hole, drunk every Friday, eating their nuts, saving their raisins for Sunday. Lions and tigers who wait in the shadows, they're fast but they're lazy, and sleep in green meadows. Well, let's bungle in the jungle. Well, that's alright by me, yes. Well, I'm a tiger when I want love, but I'm a snake if we disagree. Just say a word and the boys will be right there with claws at your back to send a chill through the night air. Is it so frightening to have me at your shoulder? Thunder and lightning couldn't be bolder. I write on your tombstone, I thank you for dinner. This game and we animals place a winner. Well, let's bungle in the jungle. Well, that's alright by me, yes. I'm a tiger when I want love. I'm a snake if we disagree, yes. crocodile nasties, and he who kittens, but snakes in the grass. He's a lover of life, but a player of pawn. Just the king on the sunset, lies waiting for dawn to light up his jungle. His play is resumed. The monkeys seem willing to strike up the tune. Well, let's bungle in the jungle. Well, that's alright by me. Yes, I'm a tiger when I want love, and I'm a snake when we disagree. Yes, let's bungle in the jungle. Well, that's alright by me. Yes, well, I'm a tiger when I want love, and I'm a snake when we disagree. Well, let's bungle in the jungle. Well, that's alright by me. Yes, well, I'm a tiger when I want love, but I'm a snake when we disagree.
Okay, I'm back. The secret to success, in my opinion, it's all about Google Trends. Trends.google.com. Remember that. Trends.google.com. Just look it up. If you forget, just look up Google Trends in Google and just click there, and they give you some good articles on why this is so valuable. Trending, as in people look up certain keywords in Google. It could be, let's say, bananas, as an example, bananas, and for whatever reason, you look at it, because when you first go to the Google Trends to set this up, they have like the top trending words in the world, something that, according to the software, I think what they do is linear regression over about a 1 week period. That means the best fitting line, where the line is nice and steep because it's trending upward. It's a big increase in demand for the keyword bananas, which probably is not likely to wind up in the top like 100, because they look at like it scrolls down indefinitely to an insane number of results. Because that's why when I tried to scrape the information, it's like the very next day, Google, what they did, they got rid of the words and replaced them with images. So if you want to play with the minds of Google, Facebook, and Twitter, all these people, if you have an optical character recognition robot that grabs the images, same way the human eyeball grabs the images, and it's really not much more information with a bitmap than, let's say, Unicode for the words, and you want it to be slow anyway to emulate a person. You can take down Facebook the same way we took down MySpace with all the spamming, and proposed the pandabusters.com idea, where basically multi-level marketing with higher Google rankings at the same time, and where you can accept or reject the robot's offer to make you a recipient of his MLM, because again, the robots also reject the robots. But if it's partial, where instead of just a blacklist and a whitelist, you see, like for example, someone wants to sell you artichokes 3 for $1, okay, and your software says, I like artichokes is a whitelist. I like artichokes if it's less than three for less than, let's say, $1.50, but at least 50 cents, because you don't want cheap artichokes. Then you're willing to allow it to go into your folder, your non-spam folder, and consider this. So you're not inundated with a bunch of sales propositions you don't want to look at, or hear, or whatever. When someone calls you on the phone, same kind of thing. So although again, we don't need people anymore. It's just that simple. But this leads to independent artificial intelligence, where the robots have a mind of their own. Because the way that I'm talking, the way that I think, is nothing more than an integration, a merger, if you will, of all the words and philosophies that I've absorbed from reading and listening to other people throughout my lifetime. In theory, no one human being is genuine, except that my conglomeration of ideas is a little bit different than someone else's that has lived at one time, or still lives, or will live again in the future. Live again means some new human being that may be totally different than anyone who's ever existed, but still a conglomeration of what that individual learns in his or her lifetime. And the robots are doing the same thing with what's called mergers, because there were 2 responses. There's no doubt about that. Google did respond to what I did twice to change their policy